Welcome back to We Care Tree Care, where we specialize in corrective pruning for young trees. Today's topic on tree selection may actually reduce your pruning efforts in the long run by planting the right tree in the right place. We have just a handful of slides here today that'll cover the goals of your tree planting, the size of the area you're planting in, your site conditions, and what species and what form you'll finally select for your backyard. You may already have a good idea of the type of tree you're looking for, whether it be a small flowering tree, a large shade tree, or an evergreen, but also think about what is the goal of your planting. Is it beautification, privacy, a windbreak, to provide shade, or to support wildlife? A common mistake made when locating a tree is that it may outgrow the planting space. Consider what obstructions the tree may encounter when fully grown. Vehicle access, outdoor lighting, overhead utility wires, street signs, walkways. Also consider what is below the ground, and will the tree's root zone become restricted or a nuisance? Understand the growth rate of the tree you're considering. If you want a large tree fast, you need to buy a fast-growing tree or plant a larger tree from the start, which will often require a professional to bring in a very large, heavy tree and plant it in the ground. Also, a fast-growing tree will typically have softer wood and weaker branches. Some trees can tolerate wet conditions, others cannot. So observe your yard and understand what the moisture content is for most of the growing season. If your local garden center is willing to evaluate and test your soil, that may also be a good place to purchase your tree. Will your tree be out in the hot, blazing sunlight for most of the day, or will it be shaded by mature trees that are already established in the area? All of life's decisions include considering the pros and cons, so it's not unreasonable to ask your nursery person what the undesirable traits are of any particular tree you may be considering. The larger the tree you decide on, the more likely it'll be bald and burlapped, which can be very heavy, and you may need help installing it, which will also make it very expensive. Smaller trees may come in a pot. If it's been in the pot for a long time, you'll have circling roots, which will need to be teased out of the root ball before they're planted into the hole. Another great option is bare root trees. They are lighter, easier to plant, they establish quicker. However, they're only available when the trees are dormant in the spring. There are various web-based tools that will help you narrow down your choice of tree based on your personal desire and your site conditions. But your final step may be to find out who the tree person is at your local nursery. Ask if they have your tree in stock or if they can make a suitable recommendation. So once again, thank you for joining us at We Care Tree Care. You can also find us on Facebook and YouTube. Happy growing!